Do you have a digital strategy? If you don't, is it even possible to survive in today's world without one? Well, that is what we are talking about today on the Business Breakout. We're going to be discussing that and why your company needs to have a digital strategy. We're doing this with digital strategist Sarah Chapman. And on the next level stage, we've got vocalist and artist coach Meka King. All this and more coming up on the Business Breakout.
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes.
Hello, everybody. I am so excited that you are here with us today. And of course, as always, I am not here alone. Hey, we've got the audience. What is going down? I'm so happy that you guys are here with us today. It is going to be such a good show today. I have got some fab people on, and we're going to be talking about the stuff today. As always, if you are here joining us live, let me know that you are here with us live and give me a hey, hashtag live. And if you're watching with us in the replay, give me a hashtag replay. We're going to be talking about some amazing stuff today. It's going to be a really good time. And we are going to be talking with our digital strategist. I mentioned to you that we are talking with digital strategist Sarah Chapman. And she is, look, Sarah Chapman, I have known this lady for a few years now, and she is a firecracker and a half. I love her. She has had a very unique career path that has led her to managing some of the world's largest brands at Procter & Gamble. We're going to have to ask about a hashtag. I need to know more about this. And today, she brings her expertise to the highly regulated healthcare industry. She is an expert at elevating digital management at CareSource, which provides managed care insurance for vulnerable populations. And she is passionate about using digital tools to make a better world and address social determinants of health. She is also involved in arts charity organizations like CultureWorks, and she's won awards for her creative fundraising efforts. Please welcome to the stage Miss Sarah Chapman. Hi, Sarah! I am so excited that you're here, and I cannot wait to talk with you about these things that are so important in today's world as we are being overrun and overtaken by AI. It is not the time for people to sleep on their digital strategy. This is we got to get in it. What are you thinking about all of these tools that are coming up now for companies specifically? Right. Right. Exactly. It is what you say about it being not new. This is the crazy thing about all of this stuff. It's always being used by a small sector of people before the public actually has the opportunity to see everything and hear everything that's going on. So now for you, knowing that now this is out in the public domain, the chat GPTs and all of the other AI tools that have honestly, I don't, I know you've probably been using them longer than I have, because I know that I've been using chat GPT since last year, but the other iterations of that for at least 3 years. So this is it, like you said, it's not new, but now it's here for all of us to see. So talk to me about, your career has taken you from hashtag the mad pooper, which I will not forget, we are going to talk about that, to now being in this space where you are helping the healthcare system really get in and dig into using digital tools. How did your experiences at those other places, at Procter and Gamble and all of the using those other brands, how did all of that translate into what you're doing now with CareSource? I oh, I totally get that, and I love that you are helping the industry, because I I was asking my sister about this. She happens to be a labor and delivery nurse, and she has absolutely no idea about all of this going on with AI and all of that. So it was interesting to me when I realized what it is that you do and how you're working in the healthcare industry. You're helping them to see what's possible, but it's still not throughout the entire industry. It's still, like I said, my sister she had no clue about what was going on with AI. So now that you're doing what it is that you're doing with the industry and helping them to utilize these tools, I know that when it came to digital strategy, it's something that was really important, especially in the last few years with what was going on, because CareSource is a company that really helps marginalized people to understand where the care is available to them, which is so incredibly important. So, how did you take that information using those tools and using that information to help the people in the industry, or sorry, the um, care sources clients? How were you able to use those tools to really help them get the information that they needed? That part is so important. And I know, Bill, thank you so much for letting us know that the audio apparently is deciding that it doesn't want to come through today. So Sarah, you have said a lot. Just know, you all, I'm going to do my best to recap the things that Sarah is saying. We're having some issues with the audio coming through to you on the live stream today. And what may have to happen is that I will re-upload everything that Sarah is saying today because I have the audio on my side. So, um, but what Sarah was just saying is that basically, when it comes to giving that information to the people that need it with CareSource, that we are bombarded with so much stuff going on in our world today. We've got messages coming in from literally every single area that we can have a message come in from, and some of the times places we didn't even realize messages could happen. And she was saying how important it is to be um, to be specific with how you are delivering information to people so that you're not overwhelming them. Because when it comes to healthcare, there is so much, life in general, there's so much to need to know to survive in life. But Sarah is saying that she is being very specific in how she's delivering those messages using the tools that are accessible to the people that need it. And when it comes to your company and the tools that you decide to use to communicate with your audience, it is incredibly important for you to be aware of what tools are accessible and used by your audience, because it makes no sense for you to get on and use all of the most amazing things, all the fun, shiny things, because there's a lot of fun, shiny things going on right now. There's a lot of fun, shiny things going on right now. But if your audience isn't there, then it doesn't really make sense for you to hop on that train. That being said, you still need to make sure that you know where the train is and you have a ticket to ride, because because the train is a moving and your audience most likely will soon be there. Some of these things may feel like a fad, but all of these things that Sarah is talking about and getting things working with her company and the people that she works with are not a fad. And Sarah, in the time that she has been doing this for quite a while, she's been at this since the ICQ days, y'all. Since ICQ. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have those CDs. I remember. I remember when the internet was a CD. Wait a minute. First of all, we have to also remember when a CD, what some people maybe, what is a CD? But I know that the audience that I'm talking to, we all know what a CD is, and it's okay for us to know what we will reminisce together. So much TikTok. Right? Right? It's so true. So, what Sarah was just saying, for those of you that are watching us in the live stream, what Sarah was just saying is that you cannot sleep on the stuff that's been around for what seems like a long time, like the LinkedIns, like the Facebooks. It seems like they are falling out, but they're not. Don't sleep on those platforms, y'all. Don't sleep on them. And she was also saying that these things that feel new, like shorts and reels and things, they're not new. Remember the Vine days? Remember when she said Vines? I forgot about Vines. I feel like I tried to hop on the Vine train for like a hot second, and then I was gone. And then it was also gone. And it became, as you said, Instagram Reels. It became TikTok. And it became Facebook Shorts. It became YouTube Shorts. The Shorts is where it's at right now. And that has to do with something that you said before about people's attention. People's attention is not as long as we sometimes want it to be. And it depends on what's going on. But for dense information, short, sweet bites of dense information so that people can grasp on to what it is that you're trying to get across, which is important, not just for what you're doing as a company, but also for if you're trying to do an event. It's super important to keep that in mind, the attention span and what it is that you're giving to the people so that they can really take in what it is you want them to take in and the time that you have with them. Sarah, look, ma'am, there is so much. There is so much that I want to talk with you about, but we have such a short time together. And I know, but I'm not done with you. You're going to be coming back. But I'm so glad that Sarah has been here to talk with us about digital strategy. And like I said, for those of you that are here with us in the live stream, what I'm probably going to have to do is re-upload this audio so that you guys can hear everything that she was saying, because it's good stuff that she's talking about today. But I want to introduce you now. I'm really, really excited that I was able to get a hold of this lady to be a part of the Next Level Showcase. If you've been a part of or you've seen any iteration of the Business Breakout, you know that we feature an entertainer of some sort every single time that we're here. And this week I have a multi-talented artist, and she has toured the world and starred in productions for Cirque du Soleil, Walt Disney, Universal Studios, and more. And she is also a passionate advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion in the arts and entertainment industry. And she's been recognized for her outstanding humanitarian efforts. So I'm really excited for you to hear a little bit of what it is that she does and see a little bit of what it is that she does and hear from her and be inspired by her. Please welcome to the Next Level stage, Meka King.
All right, here we go. Generation change. Difference. Who will take a stand? Who will move the mountains? Who will say I can? Who will make a difference? Oh, who will take a stand? I wanna know. Who will move the mountains? Who will say I can? Who will be the leaders of a chosen generation?
Oh man, I want to listen to the whole thing. I know. For those of you that are watching in the live stream here in the studio, they're like, no! You're going to have to go look up Meka if you want to hear the rest. look, y'all know we've only got a certain amount of time. I can't give you all the things. But I did have some time to sit down with Meka and talk with her about her story and how she has moved through this world being the artist that she is and doing the things that she does. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to be with us here live, but I'm so glad that we have the mediums that we do now, the tools that we do now, so that you can hear her story. Please take a listen and hear what Meka King has to say about being an artist. Oh my goodness, Meka, I am so glad you're here. Even though we weren't able to do this live, I am so grateful that we have this medium. So, first, can you tell us a little bit more about you and what it is that you do?
Hi, Ella. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Meka King, and I'm an artist here in Central Florida. I am a singer, actor, sometimes dancer when they force me to be. I am a worship leader and recording artist, a writer, and an advocate and activist for other artists. And I'm a business owner who helps artists create and achieve their career goals and dreams.
Whew. Girl, I understand only dancing when forced to. The days of kicking over my head are long gone. But anyway, there's so much that you are into and it's so interesting. Can you let us know, how did you even get into all of that?
Wow, that is a really loaded question. I actually am by trade a journalist. I went to school for broadcast journalism at the Northwestern University Medill School of Journalism. I went all the way to Chicago because it was the #1 journalism school and I wanted to be the next Oprah. However, God had other plans. I had always sung in my church choir as a child. Singing in the choir brought me such joy, and I thought it was a hobby. But once I got to college, I realized that it was more of a passion, and I wanted to pursue that. My family at the time said, girl, you better finish your degree and come back here and get a real job, which is what I did, but I continued to pursue my passion. And one day I was faced with a pivotal decision. I had a gig that was literally going to pay me more in 2 days than I would have made in 2 weeks in the newsroom. I asked for the time off and my news director at the time said, well, I guess you have a decision to make. And I said, already made. And I left the newsroom that day and I never looked back. Now, I have had various incarnations of my artistry and what I've done over the years, and each of those has amazing, unique stories, but that is what propelled me into my passion. That crucial and pivotal moment, that decision that I had to make, the leap that I had to take to step out, not knowing what was going to be there, not having a safety net. And I'm so glad that I did, because 23 years later, I am still creating art and still building on my passion.
Oh man, I love that so much. And I can't believe that I've known you this long and did not remember that part of your story, that you started out as a journalist. It's so incredible, the journey that you've been on and the things that you've learned in that time. And while I would love to talk with you more, we've got to close out our time together. So could you please let us know, what's the one thing you want to leave our audience with?
So absolutely. I tell my clients this all the time. Artistry is hard. This is not an easy industry. It's not for the weak. It's not for the faint of heart. You've got to have thick skin and you've got to be well acquainted with struggle, because we do a lot of that. There's a lot of rejection. There's a lot of no's. And so we have to be able to navigate through that. But I also tell them never to be afraid to do what you love. Don't be afraid to do what you love. We have to be willing to take the risks that lead to our passion. We have to be willing to make the hard decisions and the hard choices, but we can't be afraid to do what it is that we love, because there's never a perfect time. There's never the right conditions or all the right circumstances in place. You have to be fearless. You have to sometimes even do it afraid. with your hand shaking, your lip trembling. And this is why I love to help artists navigate their careers. And this is why I love to help them build on what it is that they want to do, their goals and their dreams, because it's not easy. But you have to be willing to not be afraid, and even to move forward and push forward when you are afraid. So that's what my company, SJM Creative Artist Consulting, is all about. And I love helping people reach their goals, no matter what it feels like, no matter what it looks like.
Oh, I am so glad. I'm so right. Right? I'm so glad that she was able to be here, right? It's so good. It's so good. And you should never, ever, 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 ever forget your dreams. Never forget your dreams. Always be able to push through and do the things that you are here on this earth to do, even though it may be hard, even though it may be a challenge. And now you've got amazing tools to help work through those challenges so things don't have to be quite as hard, quite as scary. And look, today the show has flown by. The show has flown by today. It is already 1:29, which I know for some people, because you've seen the show before, you know we usually have a game that we do, but today it's already 1:30, y'all. So in light of everything, we're not going to have our game today, but you're going to have to come back next week. I know. Zakia's like, but wait a minute, I wanted to play the game. You'll have to come back next time. So everybody, just so that you know, for those of you that are watching in the live stream and for those our audience, wave audience that we have here in the studio, for those of you that are watching today live, just know that we are here every first and third Wednesday of the month until the summertime. I'm giving you the heads up right now. We're like a real TV show. We're going to take a break in the summer, and then we'll be back after the summer. But don't worry, you've got at least 3 more episodes of the Business Breakout. So make sure that you get that reminder link, get the reminder so that you know when the Business Breakout is happening. And the next episode is happening on April 19th. We'd love to have you in the studio audience and be with us so that you can be a part of all of the fun that we're doing in here. We can't wait to see you next time. Thank you for being here. Keep an eye out for the replay that I'm going to post with the audio from Sarah so that you can hear everything awesome that she said today. Thank you so much for being here today. We can't wait to see you. Remember, always be awesome, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Business Breakout. Bye.